Welcome back to my Kickstarter for Authors crash course. I am Kayla Ann, author of Well of Dreams and Tree of Ash, and I am here to help you run a successful Kickstarter. Every Kickstarter campaign is going to have its ups and its downs. It's really amazing moments and it's not so amazing at moments. And to help you run a successful Kickstarter, I want to prepare you for two of the downsides that you are probably going to experience with your Kickstarter campaign. The first is more of a minor annoyance, and this is the spam and the scams. The second is a little bit more frustrating, but we'll get to that in a second. If you've already posted your pre-launch page, then you might already be experiencing spam and scams. You're gonna get these in your email, you're gonna get these in your DMs, you're gonna get these as comments on your posts, and everyone's gonna say, I wanna help you run your Kickstarter, I can get you 1,000 followers, and they're gonna offer you all kinds of things. In general, 99% of these are spam and scam. And the only thing that you should do is ignore, and if someone gets especially pushy, which they do and they can, block them. There are a couple of sites that actually can help you run a Kickstarter, and they do take a percentage, and that Kickstarter for Authors group does talk about the reputable sites, but in general, you don't need them, especially if this is your first time campaign and you're keeping it simple and you're following through these videos. The second potential downside that I can almost guarantee you are going to experience is something called canceled pledges. Your backers can back your campaign at any time from the first starting opening date to that last date when you close. But they can also pull or cancel their pledge at any time as well, because Kickstarter doesn't take any money until the campaign is over. And this is going to happen. In fact, I don't think I know of any campaign where this hasn't happened. And the more that you fund, the more canceled pledges you are going to have. Now you might wonder, why on earth are people doing that? They bought the thing, right? Well, no, technically they didn't buy anything yet, they only pledged. So the best analogy that I've heard from this comes from Anthea Sharp. Again, she's got so much knowledge, where she basically makes this like shopping cart metaphor. Okay, when you go on Amazon, you'll put things in your Amazon shopping cart. Now, you may or may not buy them, you may click save for later, but you're putting them in your cart so you don't forget about them, right? I'm sure that you've done this, where you've deleted something because you don't have the money or you don't need it anymore, or you simply changed your mind. Some people, it seems, kind of does that with Kickstarter. Well, they'll put books into their shopping cart, but maybe they have to take it out for one reason or another later on. Now, this doesn't mean that you did anything wrong in your campaign, and it doesn't mean that they did anything wrong with their money either. It's up to them. It's their decision whether or not to keep their pledge or to cancel it, but that doesn't make it hurt any less. And I say this as someone who has lost over $500 of canceled pledges in the last 3 days. It happens. And I'm noticing that I have a lot more canceled pledges at higher amounts this time than I did in my last campaign, because this campaign is doing better and funding higher. So what can you do? Realistically, not much. One, try to check your mentality. Don't look at that number as a guaranteed number. It is going to keep fluctuating until the end. Number two, if you're having a particularly rough day, put your phone down, stop checking Kickstarter, just go out, go do something, distract your mind. Three, for me, prayer. I needed to give the situation over to God, and I needed to trust that however it ended where it was supposed to, and just be grateful for whatever it is that I was able to raise. I'm not saying any of this to scare you away from doing Kickstarter. It is amazing, it is spectacular. I just want you to go into it with your eyes open so that when you run your successful Kickstarter and you get a canceled pledge, you don't think that you did anything wrong, because you didn't. You're doing a great job. I promise my next video is a lot more fun. We're talking all about stretch goals and how to set stretch goals so you don't accidentally undermine your campaign. As always, if this video was helpful for you, you can like, share, save, and comment to show your appreciation. I'll see you in the next video. I promise it'll be more fun.